I thought that Trump world was pro Durham. Didn't you? Didn't I? Didn't you think that, like, they were waiting, man? Durham was gonna do it. Durham is the dude. He's just like, he's got his he's got his chin beaver and his like steely-eyed sorry, his steely-eyed look. He and Gorka are chin beaver bros. Gorka. Gorka. Look at this shit. And this is the general thought. Because Durham failed to find anything meaningful and flopped after 4 years and millions of dollars and just the whole thing. Just a waste of fucking time. So now, as Trump world does, they turned on him. Like, I'll show you. Where is it? Yeah. Okay, this is on, there's Stankfield and Roger Stone. This one, Durham testifies. Look at the title of this one. Why didn't John Durham actually try and prosecute anyone? Okay, first of all, he did try. He tried twice and he failed. And the one guy that he got for lying on the FISA form lied in such a way that it was supposed to benefit Trump. And it didn't work. So he was trying to get the FISA court to drop the warrant, and they didn't. They extended it. All right, so this one, okay, this is on Fwank. If you go to fwank.com, FWANQ.com, subscribe on our Twitch channel, if you would. If I may, if you can, if you would, if you like. And let's see, can I turn that on? Hi, like and subscribe. That's all I ask. Well, it's not all I ask. I also ask that you have a good time. And I also hope, beyond hope, that you remember always that I am so appreciative of your time. I grind about not wasting your time on this shit because it's kind of crucial. But I know we deal with these arguments all the time, and ammo is a good thing to have, especially when these arguments are so fucking stupid that you're almost like, why do I even have to entertain talking about this horse shit? Well, we can find the complete spectrum of idiocy, and this one is Durham was there to cover up the cover-up. I gotta say, this promises to be magic. I don't know why he's in some sort of like 1960s Star Trek set for like the Ice Keeper planet. I don't know. But notice how every time Mike Pillow complains about how much money he's spending and how broke he's getting, this motherfucker's studio gets a facelift. Every time. And also, what is this over here? Does he sleep there? Is that a dog bed? That's a dog bed. I guarantee that's what that is. That's a fucking dog bed. This motherfucker moved in. He sold his house and now he lives in a section of the My Pillow warehouse where he does this show. Holy hell. Okay. Here we
Ivan Raiklin, were you in that meeting up on Capitol Hill today when that went down? Were you there?
Yeah, absolutely. I was.
Oh gosh, he's got I don't know who he's got. Ivan Raiklin is an insider
in there, and I was actually off to the side, depending on what you're reviewing, C-SPAN, whatever. You could see me in the background, and
he was sitting during Durham's testimony. Okay,
there was a couple times. There was one previous time that Matt Gaetz was able to engage as well. Before that, when Congressman Massey allocated him a few seconds, and you can see me in the background shaking my head or laughing. But bottom line, here's my assessment: Matt Gaetz encapsulates the entirety of the 4-year sham investigation by John Durham. I've always said this. People within our movement said, oh, no, Durham. No disrespect to...
Yeah, hindsight being 50-50.
Kash Patel or any of these other folks that said, oh, Durham's going to bring receipts. He's going to bring the...
Well, I would argue that's precisely what you're doing. You're clearly telling them to fuck off with that nonsense.
I argue that if he didn't bring the heat in the first 48 hours, guess what? There's not much going to be going on in the
Wait, the first 48 hours of the 4 years?
Next subsequent 48 years. Unless
48 years? Jesus Christ. How long is this investigation going to go on? Eventually, Christ. At that point, if you keep digging, you'll eventually hit, I guess, the molten center of the earth.
We do something ourselves. And so there you have it. Matt Gaetz called him out.
There I have it. 48-year investigation that should have been solved in 48 hours. What could be plainer than, oh my God, I'm losing, I can't see. I've gone blind. It's the stupidity. It's the dumbness. I think I may, hopefully my eyes, yes, my eyes are coming back. My concern is the kidney.
A couple things I want to highlight. Number one, remember he mentioned the name Azra Turk? Who's Azra Turk, and what's her real name? And
Azra Turk, if that is your real name, I don't think
John
so.
Durham says, I'm not going to be identifying names of FBI officers. Azra Turk was sent as an operation by the FBI to go
I see what he did there. The FBI lie. Good stuff.
ahead and try to honey trap who? George Papadopoulos.
Ooh, a honey trap. So, I'm guessing Azra's a man. No.
One of the 4 targets of the Crossfire Hurricane illegal spying on the Trump campaign. When they couldn't find anything to predicate their spying, then they try to create the frame so that they can investigate someone through an illegal entrapment, a honey trap.
Oh, that's what it was. So George Papadopoulos told an Australian diplomat that the Russians were sending messages that they wanted to help Trump because the chick on the bar stool next to him was promising him a piece of ass if he said it out loud enough. Louder. I like it louder. What do you want me to say? I'll write it on a napkin. What the fuck?
Trap. John Durham was there to cover up the cover-up of the cover-up of the cover-up. And the initial...
Wait a minute. Cover up the cover-up of the cover-up of the cover-up. So we're back to I don't know. It's a quadruple. It's even. You cover up the cover-up. It covers up the cover-up. And then you cover it up again. You're uncovering. What do you uncovered it, I think. I think that's where nope, I've gone blind again. I can't, it's the pressure of the stupid. It's building up. I'm fine. I had to release some of the pressure. I'm fine.
Transgression in this moment of history all started off 2 weeks after Michael Pence was foisted on Donald Trump to be his VP pick.
I see. It was foisted on him. I guess Trump doesn't know the best people and can't pick the best people. He was foisted on him, was he? He was foisted on Donald Trump, the greatest leader in the history of movements, of moving movements. This is the greatest movement that has ever lived. And you're going to say somebody had the ability to foist? He was foisted. It was a drive-by foisting.
That's when the Uniparty sprung into action.
Did it? And so Trump was neutered in utero as a campaign, during the campaign as a president. So everything he did afterwards, it was him with the hand of the Uniparty up his ass. Is that what you're saying? I don't know. I think he would balk at that. I think he'd be very upset.
To try to stop Trump from winning. And then if he won, then they escalated.
I see. Okay. So they wanted Pence on the ticket to keep him from winning, instead of there to reel the evangelicals back into trust him that he's going to outlaw abortion because Pence will be there to help him pick right-wing religious lunatics. Okay.
Further, by removing anybody that could go ahead and expose the illegal spying, General Flynn, for example, and then...
because he lied to Pence and Trump fired him. Well, he didn't fire him. He had somebody else fire him for that. So the idea is that Pence faked Flynn's lie that Flynn admitted to. Oh, God.
And to cover up the initial spying on Carter Page with the illegal FISA to start the listening in on the campaign. And
that didn't start the listening in. Carter Page was one of the like 5 original people they were following around, but he was a paper courier for the Trump campaign. Fuck Carter Page. Papadopoulos was the primary person that started it all because I guess he was trying to get laid in Australia. I mean, who among us, those who, are without sin, kiss the first shrimp on the barbie.
And then with the smearing campaign of George Papadopoulos with attempted entrapments. And there you have it. I mean,
attempted entrapments. So that it wasn't a successful entrapment then? So he wasn't entrapped. Were they trying to trick him into not saying that out loud at the bar? I'm so fucking lost.
Everything subsequent to that illegal spying are fruits of a poisonous tree.
Oh, but enough about the Hunter Biden laptop hard drive that Rudy's had since he flew back from Europe.
Everything to include the raid on Mar-a-Lago. Guess what? The raid on Mar-a-Lago was to seize the evidence that Trump had declassified that would prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the FBI did exactly what I just explained.
Okay, stupid. That's the end of the clip, by the way. All of the things that Trump has, this dickhead does realize that he doesn't have the only copy of this stuff, right? Does this dude really think he's got like a typewritten letter from 1975? If he had this stuff that would expose them, they have a copy of it too. It doesn't get rid of it. All right. That the idea is that they were trying to shred these documents. Is that why? But he declassified. If he declassified them, then again, I filed a FOIA request for all documents with classified markings found at Mar-a-Lago after January 21st, 2021. If indeed Trump declassified any of that shit, it's not lowered in classification. It wasn't downgraded from secret to classified or top secret to secret or any of that shit. It was declassified. It's open for public review at that point. So if any of this shit is true, I should be getting a giant package there should be a giant pallet showing up in front of my house from the government at any time, dropping off a bunch of fucking reams of paper, if you know what I mean.
Moon River.
There's nothing wrong with a man getting reams of paper in front of his house.
Drop your shorts and bend over, Mr. Babar.
All right. So if any of this is true, I should be getting that stuff. N'est-ce pas? Yes? Is it true? Yes? All right, stupid. Oh, God. You're watching Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide, and I think that shows taste and breeding on your part. You're good people. You're smart people. You're a little sickened. You're holding it together. I appreciate you. I can't imagine what it's like when I'm seeing this shit for the first time, and good fucking Lord, the idiocy.